Alright, today's video, catching up with all the Myriad Celestia trailers. I've been saying I was going to do this for a while, and now that I think I'm, like, committed to playing Honkai Star Rail, only kidding, of course I am. Not gone this far to quit now. I am going to sit down and catch up with all the lore from these trailers. I'm excited to watch them, figure out what's going on, just what is going on in this game, cement myself in the lore as a little lore fiend. Let's delve into the first one. This is going to be a lot, but hey, it will be okay. Stay with me. Alright, the first one is the Japella Rebellion, Scene 47. There's gonna be a lot of stuff I can't pronounce today. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Let's watch.
Kafka, Stellaron Hunter. How do you plead?
Love her. Love her.
The crimes you have committed are beyond pardon, but the Japella Brotherhood respects every individual's entitlement to the
I recognise that
afterlife.
bitch!
Admit your guilt and embrace your punishment.
I'm listening.
Is that...
How do the Stellaron Hunters plead to the following accusation?
I mean, it's definitely an Ifrit. It may not be the Ifrit I know.
You breached the premises of the Tatooine Universal Auction, manipulated the guests, decimated the artistic treasures under the gaze of a devout audience, inflicted monetary damage amounting to over 860 billion credits, and absconded with the auction item. How do you plead?
Oh,
Guilty as charged.
she's been a bit busy.
But not a devout audience.
You infiltrated the cyber prison of Inupis, stole the Sigma Rod to deactivate the firewall, allowing a flood of data demons to enter reality, consequently propelling the world toward a judgment day, all in order to take the meta code. How do you plead?
I admit it, but those data demons deserved a taste of freedom.
You violated the ring world Golconda, disseminated the Philosopher's Poison virus across all colonies, causing 46 million inorganic entities to turn into rampant machines, and stole the steel core from Golconda's point of gravitational equilibrium, silencing the entire world. How do you plead?
Oh, I love the art style.
Oh? Sounds like a page out of the Japella Brotherhood's playbook. But sure, we took the thing.
The Trovis disappearance. The Lore 51 Stellaron event. Cyber attacks against planet Scrulum. The Pier Point incursion. And so on. A total of 46 criminal cases. Do you admit that all these malicious incidents were the work of the Stellaron Hunters?
If you ask me, it seems like the Annihilation Gang has their fingers in quite a few of these pies. But I confess, it seems you forgot one though. The Japella Rebellion.
Oh! Oh, the music though. What is going on? What? Oh!
You should really stop playing with your food, Kafka.
Oh my god.
I know. Next time. This time, it's already too late.
Oh, love this outfit on her. Oh my god. Ooh. These should be outfits we can get in the game. They should absolutely have that for us, please. Okay, first of all, I love this art style. It looks so good. It's a very like, is it deco art? Is that kind of what it is? You see like sort of early 1920s kind of pictures and stuff with that kind of specific kind of art style. Really reminds me of that. Gives me that vibe. Even like the outfits and stuff, which is super cool. And it's making me wonder if maybe in the future we're going to get to go to a planet which has that kind of vibe and theme, which is very exciting. I've never heard of the Japella Rebellion or these characters. Obviously, they mentioned the Annihilation Gang. I actually thought that one of them was from the Annihilation Gang, you know. It turned out it wasn't, but just animal heads on characters. Were they like, you know, was that Duke Inferno in disguise or not? I don't know, but it did make me think of Duke Inferno. But I don't know about the other ones, but oh, okay. So I didn't realize that they had. Is it anthropomorphized? Is that how you say it? Characters like this in the game, because obviously we've seen some with ears and stuff, and obviously their new games Endless Zone Zero has, but have they gone into it with this game? It would seem so. But yeah, very interesting. Like the art style. Cool to see Sam, of course, now that things have been revealed to me as well. But yeah, interesting first trailer. Does make me wonder if this is a future planet we're going to get to see. But also, they've been all over the gaff, haven't they? And also, these outfits should be playable. 100%. Love them. All right, the next one that we've got is the Fables About the Stars, Part 1.
Let's make an exchange, shall we? An exchange of memories.
Huh?
I dreamed of a ray of light, of a crystal chalice. The light that shone from that crystal spoke to me. Listen to the parable of the stars. The nameless one, the pathless one, arrived from the edge of the wilderness, clad in stellar radiance. Go now, march unwaveringly into solar wind. At the end, you will return to my embrace, but march towards the light. Yet that light began to burn, piercing through the clouds as a golden death.
This must have been early on.
And the people fled, for the sun was soon to set.
So
to
cool.
meet with vicious destruction.
Playable when?
But be not dismayed,
You know?
O child of the world. The Luck's arrow will descend to purge the wicked abominations. You must follow the traces left behind in the storm's wake. The Celestial One guards their secrets, blotting out the roots that connect all things. But they are silent, like a shroud of mist at the center of the universe. Listen to the silence, and you will know where the stars are resting.
Oh, the imagery is just gorgeous. This is Black Swan, right? I'm pretty sure.
The earth, they say. Once and again.
Oh, those toenails are very long. Oh.
Tender sprouts will grow to the sky, and the dew that falls from their branches
Oh,
will rid
wow.
you of sickness and poison.
Oh, love this character design apart from the
Blindfold
toenails.
your eyes,
Do
they
love that.
say, that the approaching darkness may strike no fear in you. Let it not burden your soul.
I just love
Nor
space.
numb your stride. Push open the majestic gates, they say, and lift up the tablets of lapis. Read them aloud. Let the fire that forged the bricks and the ones that laid the walls' foundations be known.
Then they say, "Oh, you who have reached the end, enter into the paradise."
Oh,
that
this makes
envelops
sense.
all."
Done it for
Join
Penacony
this
with
great
the...
choir and
I didn't
feast.
realise. Oh,
Listen to
that's
the
so
beating of
cool.
Billions upon billions of hearts, holding you
Oh,
in
with
their
the...
embrace.
Oh, that's sick. Hang on a minute. That's really cool. Okay.
Upon the courtesan's extravagance,
Yes!
the mariner's intemperance. Listen to the infant in the mirror, the waves as they enter the dream, the tipping of the balance, the shapeless prince, and finally, measure the world against yourself and take all such things to heart. This is the path you should walk, they say. Machiavelli, depart once more. Machiavelli.
It is.
Countless shooting stars
Wow.
streak the sky tonight. Should you choose the right one, it will carry your wish to thousands of distant worlds.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. Oh, man. Damn. Okay, that was so cool to get to see the different designs of all the Aeons. Obviously, you know, from playing the game and stuff, I obviously have come to know them. So I think I remember this coming out, and obviously this was ages ago now, because I remember chatting to my friend about some of these designs, because I think one of the two of them did look vaguely familiar, but the one that really, like, was awesome to see was the harmony, like, Zype, I think, or Zipe or something, I don't know how to pronounce it, with the jigsaw pieces, and obviously this, and obviously we've seen, like, Sunday, that's, like, part of his powers that we saw used on Adventuring, and then just even in kind of going round, I didn't realise that even just, like, the jigsaws were linked to that as well. That's so cool. That is actually so cool. And I actually really like the kind of different faces that we can see here, because that makes me kind of think of, in the story of Penacony that we've got at the moment, the fact that we actually have characters that have multiple faces and multiple fates, and for like character reveals. You know, we've had it happen with Gallagher, we've had it happen with obviously Firefly Sam. You know, I still think there's something going on with Robin, and obviously that's where I'm starting off at the next part of the quest. I haven't played it yet, so please no spoilies for the end of Penacony, because I'm on that bit now, 2.2 onwards. But, you know, these, you know, even like with Sunday and the way he presents himself in the family and the way he presents himself to like the public, it's so interesting, these like different sides to them, and just to see the way that it's been interpreted in these Aeon designs really makes me kind of want to go through previous story and then how that ties in to other character designs, and especially going forward as well. So I think that's really fascinating. What I really wanted to see was the elation to do with the masks, because I think we're gonna get hopefully some more stuff to do with this soon. But yeah, because they're like in this image alone, there could be quite a bit. But yeah, so I'd love to like see a little bit more of this and stuff, because yeah, this, especially the elation, is very, very interesting to me, and the masked falls and everything like that. So cool. Oh man, this was so sick. I'm excited for part 2, but it's really cool that Black Swan was sort of teased this early on. Dude. Oh, awesome. I just had a look through for the part 2 of the Fables About the Stars. There isn't one. So that must be future content that we will see, I guess. But yeah, I was just like looking through, hoping for some, and the answer was no. All right, well, next one we've got anyway is the history of the Xianzhou, the 7 Arbiter Generals. So this is very good, very exciting.
I regret to admit it, but the Xianzhou have very few legends. For what room is there to create legends among those who do not die? But there is one distant legend that can still be recounted. The story of the Cloud Knight Generals. It began 8,000 years ago, when the Emperor of an ancient kingdom yearned for both legacy and immortality. He sent our Xianzhou ancestors into the astral seas. And through the boundless stellar reaches sailed, great ships in isolation softly veiled. After voyaging 2,000 years, the ships discovered traces of the divine.
Oh, okay, yes. This is the abundance,
the
right?
plague's author revealed themselves and offered an immeasurable lifespan.
Right, yes.
But the blessing was
tree.
a curse.
I vaguely remember this,
Those
yes.
who exceeded their lifespan became the Deathless Doom. And thus the Alliance's long and peaceful years were lost in sickness, treachery, blood, and tears. At the very precipice of the Xianzhou's existence, the Rainbow Arbiter descended and redeemed the crumbling Alliance. For the next 5,000 years, the Alliance voyaged the vast cosmos, purifying the universe under divine mandate. Heading the 6 ships were the vanguards of the hunt, the 7 Arbiter Generals. Behold, at the Marshal's side, 6 generals of renown. Fierce and swift is Fei Xiao, the Merlin's Claw. Strong and righteous is Hua Yen, the Flaming Heart. Cautious and sophisticated is Yao Guang, the Seer Strategist. Mighty and powerful is Xuan Chuan, the Seish Queller. Mysterious and fair is Yao Wu, the Patina Justice. Wise and brave is Jing Yuan, the Divine Foresight. The 7 Arbiter Generals wield extraordinary powers. Intelligent and visionary Jing Yuan of the Law Fu is admired by friends and feared by foes.
He is pretty
With
freaking cool.
skillful sleight of hand, the trap was set. The Borsons soon, with crushing loss, were met.
An army must be of one heart and mind, where skillful sleight of hand is little use. The Cloud Knights entrusted their lives to me. I shall not fail them.
Glory to the Shenzhou! Glory to the Cloud Knights! Glory to the Shenzhou! Glory to the Cloud Knights! The hunt is with us!
Quite the story, Master Gongshu.
We have so many more to meet. I just realized. I was like, oh my god, wait, yeah, you're right. I've already met one of them. And that was like a whole story in itself. So like, shit. There's like 6 more that we're probably going to meet. That's very exciting. Oh, I do know that there are some upcoming characters for Zhenzhou. I can't remember their names though. Because I tried not to look into it until like the trailers come out, and also I didn't want to spoil myself in case anything new kind of came out and it's to do with Penacony, because I was like, I don't know why they're releasing Zhenzhou characters when we're still in Penacony, so I kind of figured it's probably going to tie in somehow, so I'm trying to avoid it, not to keep myself spoiler free, but I'm wondering if there's going to be some kind of tie. Yeah, so that story, I did kind of already know parts of it, because obviously it does get told to us and there are kind of documents you can read in the Zhenzhou and stuff, but it's cool to visually have the imagery with it as well and get to see the position that Jing Yuan is in. I can obviously see why watching this before you actually play the story would be very beneficial, because a lot of this you don't really get told, or like you don't really understand maybe the scale of it, you know, and then you actually kind of visually see it and you're like, oh shit, like he's important, you know? So yeah, like obviously I knew he's important, but when you kind of see it like that, it's like, oh shit, he is like super fucking important. Damn. But I really like Zhenzhou lore. I think it's really good. Although I am a bit confused. Have they just like skipped Belobog? Is there no Belobog lore? Question mark. Nothing for maybe we'll get some later. But yeah, just like, oh, we've skipped straight over Belobog, it would seem. I don't know, maybe we just don't get anything. We'll find out. Let's continue watching. So the next one is the History of Zhenzhou, Exodus of the 5 Dragons. I am expecting to have a few for Zhenzhou, because I think the Zhenzhou lore is quite a bit deeper than the Belobog lore in regards to there's a lot more like characters to learn about, and there's a lot more historical stuff to learn about, and we don't really get to learn a lot about it in the story, whereas you learn quite a lot about Belobog. So yeah, let's find out.
I have traversed great lengths seeking a piece of history. The history of Long the Permanence.
Oh, wow.
I too know little of the progenitor of all dragons.
Oh.
Before the dawn of history, Long traversed the burgeoning chaos, seeking the answer to
That's
existence.
so dope.
And on that path, the revelation of the permanence was unraveled. Then came our emergence, us, Long Scions.
I visited Liaris, a world encircled by 5 suns. The giant dragon sat overseeing the turning of day and night.
That's so
change of
sick.
seasons, sheltering the lives within. Could the revelation of the permanence signify the timeless nature of one's greatness?
The relentless pursuit of individual immortality will only breed an unending multitude of malevolent creatures. Such is the fallacy of the plague's author.
So then does the permanence represent the continuance of bloodline? I also journeyed to the ancestral home of the Infernalian people, in the land of white embers. The undead dragon Typhon's breath showered flames on the land below, bringing forth a flourishing lineage.
Long scions are dispersed throughout countless worlds, living in solitude. In the vastness of the universe, the rise and fall of one race is of little consequence.
It is said that the Vidyadhara formed an alliance with the Xianzhou, and that 5 elders descended upon the mortal realm to keep watch over the plague moths. Perhaps the permanence is the noble ambition that ensures the safety of the universe.
Alas, Imbibitor Lunae forsook his oath, causing a state of great disorder. The High Elders too bear mortal frailties, their heavy burdens ultimately becoming the shackles which bind them.
From your perspective, what does the Permanence's revelation truly signify?
As the sun and moon rise and fall, the world undergoes continuous change. So the concept of stability is meaningless. Only by comprehending and aligning with the way of the world can one's path lead to everlasting existence.
Sorry, hang on a minute. The primordial flame. Wait, how is the primordial flame in this game as well? It's in Genshin. Me and my friend have been talking about the primordial flame in Genshin. How is it in this game? Oh my god. Oh, okay, that's another link between the two. Maybe they're just reusing the same freaking name, but I don't think so. Sorry, that just really stood out to me. Also, this is I fucking love dragons. This is so cool. Sorry, I'm just like, there's different dragons. There's so many different dragons.
Countless new creations emerge when one dragon meets its end among the morning stars. For the Vidyadhara, this is the true teaching of the permanence. Within the cycle of life, any endpoint may mark the inception of a new journey. And for him, it is no different.
Oh god, that trailer was so beautiful. Okay, I want to watch a lore video about the significance of dragons in Genshin and Honkai and just compare the two. Because at this point, dragons seem very fundamental in this lore, and they're extremely fundamental in Genshin's lore. And I need to know everything about them in both so that I can figure out if they're in the same goddamn universe, and if it's dragons are in... The dragons in Genshin are, like, similar to these dragons in this universe. I mean, I'm guessing they can't fly around in space, but, like, you know, there could be, like, a hierarchy of dragons. There clearly seems to be some kind of hierarchy of dragons going on. So I'm just like, there must be some significance, right? I need lore people. Lore people, you need to talk to me. You need to let me know what is going on with this dragon lore. I need to know. Or I need you to link me a video where I can find out, because I am so curious at this point. Like, I'm sorry, that cannot be a coincidence that you've got a dragon in this that is, like, the dragon, like, overseer of the primordial flame, and then there's primordial flame in Genshin that's literally coming up in Natlan. Like, come on! This, like, it must be linked, right? Oh, I need to remember this. I need to remember this dragon's name, because if that comes up in Genshin, we've got a link. We've got a link. I need more links, obviously, but it's just weird, right? It's weird. It's very weird. But maybe I'm just looking into it too much, and I'm sure you guys are just going to tell me to shut up. But I just feel like it's too much of a coincidence. It just feels a bit odd. It's such a specific name. They know what they're doing, you know? They know what they're doing. But that was a beautiful trailer. Very interesting. I love that there are different dragons in the universe. Obviously, the Vidyadhara, we know, have made a deal with the Xianzhou, so they can all kind of, like, live in peace and stuff. And obviously, Dan Feng got re-egged into... I don't know the way of saying reborn? Maybe reborn. Not re-egged. That's an awful way of saying it. Into Dan Heng, and obviously lost his memories and everything. So we do know about that occurring, and it makes me wonder if we're going to get to meet other dragon people. I'm presuming they're not all called the Vidyadhara in the universe, and it kind of feels like, obviously they've got the Aeons, which are the different kind of, like, gods the different planets worship and stuff. There are kind of different dragons as well, And I'm very curious about that. So I have a lot of questions, but this was sick and I need to know more. I really do need to know more because I have so many freaking questions. Well, actually, I think they've got more of these videos about the Shenzhou lore than they actually did lore in the game, in the main story. I'm loving it, but there's quite a few. So we've got Cloud Knight's martial doctrine on swords.
Traveling with you has stirred up my curiosity.
Well, I recognize that voice. Hello.
What drove you to pick up the sword at such a young age?
Well, I suppose there's no harm in telling you. At first, it was the general's stories about the previous sword champion. He told me about her unparalleled skills, her unmatched prowess with a single blade. It inspired me that one day I could earn the title myself.
So, it was the allure of renown?
I also wanted to live up to the general's expectations and repay him for the gift of his teachings. Where would I be without him?
Then you wish to forge deeper ties.
It's more than that. One day, I'll run into battle alongside my Cloud Knight comrades, defending the Luofu and striking down those who threaten us, putting my abilities to their rightful use.
In the end, it all comes back to fealty.
What's with all the questions, miss? Why did you choose the path of the sword?
I too was once shackled by fame and fortune, impeded by bonds and loyalty. But in the end, the sword moves beyond such notions. For the sword is just a sword, an instrument determining life and death. Nothing can tarnish its essence.
Oh, that imagery was so good.
Only when you've walked the fiery trail and cut through every impediment can you understand the purpose behind every swing of your sword.
Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Do you understand now, future sword champion? I wield the sword to vanquish my enemies. Nothing more.
Oh.
And now, our battle begins.
I will say, in the game, one of my favorite story quests was the Yangqing Jingliu quest, because I loved the interactions between the two characters. I love that Yangqing was obviously suspicious of Jingliu through that quest, but was kind of trying to use it as like a training exercise and was trying to act more mature than he actually is, and really underestimated her as well. And when she turns around and they have that fight, it's so good. And her quest was amazing as well. And I think that there's definitely a lot about her character that we've not learned yet. There's still things to do with even like her real motivations, what that had to do with I was gonna say Otto. He's just in there, and how that all tied together. We still haven't really had that full story yet, and I am looking forward to finding out more and about who she's become and who she is wanting to be and where her story is going to go in the future. But yeah, she's a very good character. She's very interesting, and because I love that it shows how someone can go from being a hero to being a villain, and how then their actions can be dictated forward from that point. And that even if she is kind of seen as more of a villainous character now, there were actions that she took through her quest and in like previous sections and even in the main story and stuff that was still very human and showed this emotional side to her and showed that she hasn't completely lost herself, but she is trying to get back to where she wants to be. So she's such an interesting character though, and I do really enjoy her story and Jing Yuan's story and how that all ties in and stuff. It's really good. I just wish there was more of it, but it is very good, and I do like even like the fight between her and Blade. So good. Oh, it's so good. There's just not enough of it. There just needs to be more, you know. We have got the Interastral Peace Tour Selection Planning and Opportunity.
Hey there, you! Yes, you! Wait for you.
the gem filled with endless potential. Hold on to your hats. The IPC's gem identification system will ensure that each and every talent you possess will be harnessed for intergalactic peace. Do you have the thrill of adventure coursing through your veins? If so, our marketing development department is rolling out the red carpet just for you. With the nameless Oswaldo Schneider leading the way, a vast number of new worlds will soon be a part of our expansion.
Ooh, there is loads.
If you're someone who values structure and logic, our business consolidation department offers the perfect stage for you to shine. With products twinkling like a million stars.
Oh, this is cool.
This department has created a spectacular trade network that's measured in light years. Heard of hyper-distant delivery systems and synesthesia beacons? What was once science fiction is now reality. Proudly produced by the IPC. Got an idea that's nothing short of genius? Look no further. Our technology department is waiting for you. Join us and team up with the Intelligentsia Guild. When the glitters of fortune and title dim before the luminous path of the Amber Lord, know that the building material logistics department is the sanctuary for the most ardent of followers. Become the cornerstone of our operations. Every stone you place with precision plays a pivotal role. Grit will form the backbone of our formidable subspace barrier. If you're someone whose qualities go beyond the ordinary, unyielding in the harshest of storms, this message is for you.
There
As a
they
strategic
are.
investment department, talent is the most precious investment of all. Origin, background, irrelevant. Diamond seeks out the unique and the extraordinary. Those who sit at the table will determine where the wealth pours. The Talent Motivation Department isn't just another division. It's a shining beacon of empowerment. Top talent deserves top perks, and that's why the Talent Motivation Department was established. Every task you undertake serves as the pioneering spark that sets Pierpoint's passion ablaze. For those seasoned in their craft and still holding on to cherished dreams, our operations are as everlasting as the sway of ocean tides along the shore. Witness the traditional project department's great supervisor, Arita, ready to capture the treasures the tide unveils. Take the leap, join our ranks, and climb to unparalleled heights. Shape the destinies of myriad worlds, and make the history of the galaxy your very own footnote. The mighty hammer of the Amber Lord has struck. A realm of endless opportunities beckons. We're waiting for you.
Oh, that was so cool. It really felt like a commercial for trying to make people join the IPC, and I like the little hint in there about obviously all the different Stonehearts. I obviously can see right there is the new Stoneheart trailer, which we will be watching obviously at the end, because I'm trying to do these in order that they were in the playlist. So yeah, obviously we'll get to learn a little bit more about them in a bit, but I can imagine this was like a real teaser for some of the characters, and I wonder if people did put together the, like, because I don't know when abouts this would have come out, so I'm wondering if this came out before the Bellabog Topaz quest, or whether or not this came out like way before, and if people were kind of putting that together or not. But that's so interesting, and yeah, getting to see all the different departments and the hints about like who's running each department, that was cool. That was really good to see, actually. Oh, that was fun. But I kind of love the idea of the IPC being villains in a way. I kind of love that idea. It sort of gives me the vibe of like The Boys, like Vought Industries, if you've ever watched The Boys. And obviously they're like this like big company that's like heralded for being really, like, you know, they're like a superhero company and stuff, and they're heralded for saving people's lives, and they produce like all this money and all these films and everything like that, and people like love them. And then you've got like our group that's obviously very separate to them and stuff, and they have interactions and things like that. But yeah, there is this very much villain vibe to them, and I do kind of love that for the IPC. I think the only downside to that is they obviously are making some of the characters playable, but I think one of the great things about Honkai Star Rail is a lot of the characters are very morally grey, so they do feel a lot more real, you know, because not everyone is always good, you know, everyone can be a bit morally grey sometimes, especially when it comes to your own intentions or things that are going to benefit yourself or making choices and stuff. You know, it's only in human nature to be a bit more selfish, so it's nice that you've got characters that do feel that way in these games as well. And it's also fun to play a villain sometimes, you know? You don't always want to play goody two-shoes all the time, you know? So it's fun. But that's what I love about Honkai Star Rail. It is very good for that. An exorcism at Feekstroll Garden, I think that's how it's pronounced. I think this is for a quest that I haven't done yet.
When the Xianzhou people roamed the galaxy, they inevitably meet strange beings.
Yeah.
So lots of spooky stories start with these encounters. On one such occasion, a new Ten Lords Commission judge received a decree ordering her to subdue a demon.
Excuse me?
You won.
Where are your manners?
Oh! Oh, this is so creepy.
A compass? It can't be.
Oh.
You, the new one.
Yeah! I love her.
Careful. Are you okay? Let me help you up.
Oh! Oh, it's amazing.
Knock, knock. The door isn't gonna hold much longer. Knock, knock. The door's coming down. You asked for a spooky tale to grow some guts, didn't you? This is what you faced on your first day. Are you shaking in your boots?
That's enough courage training for today.
Where do you think you're going? It ain't over yet.
Oh man, I hope that quest is a bit scary. I love when games do like horror chapters and horror episodes and stuff. I find it really fun, I think, because they can do that good mix between comedy and horror, and I think it's really great. Like, for example, Reverse 999 did an amazing horror event that's probably one of my favorite events to date that any game has done. It was so good. It was so good. I loved it so much. So it's fun to see other games dabble in that, and I really hope. I obviously haven't played this event yet. I will be playing it once I finish Penacony. I'm very excited for that, and I hope it is horror-esque. But this is really cute. Same again, very interesting art style. It was cute. It was awesome to get to see Zuyi and Hanyu, both characters I have now, by the way, just from doing pulls. Hell yeah. But obviously I don't know much about them, so I am very excited to get to learn more. But yeah, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. Transcendent Ruin Tunes, Blushing May Bloom. So I'm guessing this is about Ruin May, who is a very interesting character that I'm wanting to learn more about, because her quest was very intriguing. Perfect example of morally
your letters are
grey.
always welcome. The plum blossoms bloom and wither, and I occasionally catch a scent of loneliness. I once again am thinking back to the research in my childhood, together with you in No Man's Land. That comfy cabin, teeming with boundlessly joyous forms of life. Those days are unforgettable. I understood the vastness of the universe too early. I was different than every other kid around me.
It's waking up!
Birth, growth, death.
Wow.
Lamenting the process of life is the origin of my thinking.
Oh my god, this is beautiful. This like painting art style.
I realized that I longed for something pure. Attachment involves the insular cortex, which controls anxiety and pain. The laws of emotion can be easily broken down. Children will become more well-behaved when they receive random rewards. When I discovered how easy it was to cultivate a planet, I began to feel empty.
So cute. Wait a minute.
I instantly understand that I long for more fundamental research. Recently, I've had some different thoughts.
Ruame is such a headache.
At first, I was terrified of its appearance. It is born of wonder, does not resist, and does not grieve. It is the closest thing to the feeling I had when I was a child. It asked me, where does the research end? Life is so colorful, but it has nothing to do with me. I explore the mysteries of the universe and seek deeper answers. I have nothing to lose and nothing to gain. If life is cultivated and reproduced, you can dissect remembrance, control equilibrium, deconstruct beauty, and reproduce permanence. I will understand life and touch on these conceptions. And perhaps I, too, can become an Eve. Worry not, my dear assistant. I will reward you.
Dude, holy shit, that trailer was beautiful. Like, actually visually stunning. That was probably one of the most visually stunning trailers out of all of these. Beautiful. I love that kind of watercolor painting art style. I've seen a few games kind of do trailers like that historically. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've seen a similar style before, but it's so gorgeous and it was so well done in this. It was absolutely gorgeous, just beautifully done. And I thought this was a really interesting insight into Ruin Mei as a character. And I think it's such a shame that they make these trailers with these really short but interesting insights into the characters, but then in the game we don't always necessarily get that same level of insight. I mean, we obviously with Ruin Mei in that quest that we did that was hers, obviously she was creating those like cushion cats, I've forgotten the name of it, and then had like essentially abandoned them, and then had obviously brought like the swarm and was trying to recreate, I've completely forgot the name of it, but basically she was kind of doing very bad things, and basically she was making different bits of research, and then she was like abandoning it again, and it was really just cold and heartless. And there were especially with like the creatures that had grown affection for her and almost saw her as a parental figure, and she just didn't really care about them and was she was a bit better by the end, but she was very much just brushing them off. And we got this very cold character that had this kind of mask on, and we didn't really get this emotional insight. And we got a hint of it at the end when she kind of let the creatures follow her and stuff, and obviously that was nice. And I hope though in the future, like even just with this whole speech, that gave us such an insight into her motivations and why she was doing this. And I think in a way it almost would have been nice if she'd had a speech like this even towards CMC, because they wouldn't have remembered it anyway. But I think it would have been nice for her to give that kind of insight into her character and her motivations and why she acts like this, and how she can have this kind of cold exterior and her kind of push for things. And I hope we get to see more of an insight into her in the future, because she's really interesting. She's such an intriguing character, and her research could go so wrong. It could go so wrong. It could have such a turn. She is very much a character that's bordering on evil, if I'm being honest. Like, some of the stuff that she's doing could be seen as evil, could be seen as aggressive, could be seen as potentially very harmful. She could get someone killed doing this, what she's trying to do. And so she's one of the characters where if they do push her through that route and she does end up going that way, and emanator, that was the word I was looking for. If she does end up creating an emanator that's more permanent, you know, look how emanators are looked upon. Look at Acheron. Like, you know, like we haven't had a good experience with many emanators at this point. I mean, apart from Acheron, obviously, but same again, she's still treated with suspicion. She's still not welcomed by a lot of people. So imagine if Ruin Mei actually permanently manages to create an emanator, you know, and that emanator goes on to kill people or to take over a planet or whatever. you know, she's bordering on that line. And she, like she said, she's got nothing to gain, but she's also got nothing to lose, which is so dangerous. So I think that I really hope, I mean, I kind of hope they do it. I kind of hope they push that line and she ends up becoming a bit evil and does this and then realizes what she's done. Because, oh my God, it would be such a good story. Obviously devastating, but I think it would be a really good story. So yeah, I'm really curious because I think it could have a lot of emotional impact for a lot of the characters. I think obviously Hertz would have to get involved, Screwlum, other members of the Genius Society potentially. But to have like a Genius Society member go evil, oh my God, that would be such an interesting story. But I think Ruin May is like a character that is borderline getting there. And I think that's kind of the scary thing. But seeing this insight, it was so beautiful. But to almost have a kind of insight into her mind and how wrong things could go is scary at the same time. And to have it portrayed in such a beautiful trailer, I think really represents her as a character in a way. You know, we're getting this insight into her from what she's saying, and she is obviously an absolutely gorgeous character, but actually her intentions may not be that good, you know? And so it's just, really interesting. That was probably one of my favorites so far. All right, the next one we've got is A Night at Everflame, Scene 33. I think this is the trailer that people were telling me to watch because it's got the Annihilation Gang. I think this is what this one's going to be because obviously it was the Everflame Mansion. Also, interesting that this says Scene 33, but then I'm sure the Kafka, the very first one we watched, said Scene 47. So are these like moments that are these kind of like significant moments that are occurring? Is there something significant to do with the titling of it being Scene? Is this to do with Elio and the fate, you know, the fate's plan? Does that mean that event is going to be occurring soon and that first trailer that we saw is like an upcoming planet, question mark? Just wondering, just curious, you know? But yeah, I'm excited to watch this one though.
Penacony, planet of festivities. A cradle drowning in dreams, a haven for the cowardly. The family has summoned guests for its grand celebration. The bone and blood will flow from the destruction as an offering to them. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage. Akash, I lit a fire in your eyes and showed you music of the strings. Serenade the celebration and hush the harmony into muted awe.
It will be done, Father.
Dubra, I set your form alight and taught you mastery of the blade. Temper it with sulfur, made the elation, and let the performer's blood and tears pour into the abyss.
As you wish, Father.
Katerina, I kindled a flame in your heart and granted you blood of fire. Use your wrath to shatter the Preservation Sanctum and build their gold to create a statue of our savior.
You got it, old man.
And Constance at last.
Here we go.
My most ambitious and exceptional child. There is nothing more to teach you. Just remember, without Peliconi's midnight hour, strip away all they hold dear, and leave naught but the remembrances too.
She won't be necessary. I can take them alone.
Katerina, a little pessimism might be wise.
Oh wow.
What if we all end up dead?
So wait, so is this Constance?
Since when have those on the path of destruction feared death?
Still.
Oh, these characters look fucking sick.
Father.
Whoa!
What is our fallback if things become perilous?
Oh, holy shit!
Such a thing does not exist.
Oh, these character designs are absolutely awesome.
Brave and heroic. To cling to life is to delay in cowardice. Relish Pennacone's savor its invitation. Prepare this beautiful dream to welcome its new master from Fedora. If Duke Inferno ever flame mansion.
I still cannot believe they gave us a character with this much goddamn drip and you killed him off screen. I still can't believe it. I'm still in denial that he's dead. It's a goddamn river. And it's a state of mind and I will live in it. Oh man, I hope the rest of them are alive. I mean, we know, I think this was Constance's voice. I think this was Katarina's. I know for a fact that Constance is alive. We spoke to her since Everflame has happened. She is definitely alive. Katarina was mentioned being there when, like, just before Acheron was there. So whether or not she died, I don't know. I'm presuming with this reveal, the other four are still alive. And it was saying about Akash, was that his name? To do with the music. So I'm presuming that's him. So he was supposed to do something at Pennacone as well. So I'm very curious if actually some of these characters are... I mean, we know Constance is somehow involved, especially with Acheron, because Black Swan comes across her in Acheron's, like, memory stuff. So, like, we know that Constance is somehow still involved. Whether or not she was the only one that survived or not, I don't know. But I'm so curious as to whether or not these characters are still going to be around or not. We know that the Everflame basically got destroyed, and, well, the mansion got destroyed, and that everyone kind of scattered. So whether or not these characters are still around or not, I don't know. But this would be such a shame if they had this group of awesome characters and they're all just freaking dead. That's like releasing the Fatui Harbinger trailer and then turning around and going, oh, they're all dead. Like, you can't do that to us. It's so unfair. Oh man, because these designs are, like, legitimately pretty fucking sick. So yeah, I'm still devastated about Duke Inferno. I would love to have had this character as being playable. Like, goddamn. Oh man, obviously he's not going to be the character in the first one then, because obviously I think it was scene 47, that's obviously going to be afterwards. So I was wrong, but oh man, especially this character. I love this. I love this so much with the puppet and the scythe. Oh, just like a Grim Reaper character. So dope. Oh man. I have a feeling if someone is alive though, it's probably her. For sure. Because he kind of said to her that I've got nothing else to teach you. So she is clearly like, maybe she's in charge. Maybe she set up like a new Everflame and she's like now in charge. I don't know. But I want to know more, man. So dope. A revisiting of past dreams.
A dazzling item. Are you looking for its owner? Allow me to divine. Using your memories as a medium.
Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so sick. Oh, this is fun. Oh, that was Sparkle, right? Oh wait, so that belonged to Robin?
Let's go find out.
The truth does not lie. Neither do memories. Oh. Predestined paths have already converged. She has arrived.
Excuse me, has anyone found a makeup mirror? Thank you. I was looking for it for so long.
That menacing infernal fire absorbed by the vast, profound.
Sorry, hang on a minute.
Menacing infernal fire.
Ah, you need to go. Let me go back. Who's? Oh, that's what it means because Duke Inferno got.
That menacing infernal fire absorbed by the vast, profound sea. And that sea surprisingly dwells on the planet of festivities.
Oh, damn. I wonder if this came out. This must have come out before the Acheron stuff came out, right? Oh, so I wonder if people were theorizing about this beforehand. Oh, that's interesting. Also, looking at all the cards, it's cool because there's Sparkle, there's Acheron, there's Adventurine, Firefly, and Robin. But it actually, she doesn't have the cards for the other characters involved. So obviously the other main players, Sunday, Gallagher, and then obviously the Trailblazer crew, are not here. So that's quite intriguing. I wonder if there's any significance there. But I'm so excited for the next part to find out more about the Robin stuff because, yeah, I need to know what's going on with Robin because I am so confused about that, but I'm intrigued at the same time. So next up, we've got Sparkle behind the curtain.
It doesn't matter who I am off stage. All the audience needs to know is that when I'm on stage, I'm just Sparkle.
Oh?
It's you, my beloved mask. When I'm happy, you're smiling too. When I'm angry, you're still smiling. When I'm sad, you keep on smiling. You're like a veil that I can hide under. The one wearing the veil, that's Sparkle. It's you, my beloved mask. When I'm happy, you're smiling too. When I'm angry, you're screaming too. When I'm sad, you're crying too. You're like a mirror, showing my reflection. The one in the mirror, that's Sparkle. It's you, my beloved mask. When I'm happy, you're screaming. When I'm angry, you're crying. When I'm sad, you're smiling. You're like a face staring at me. I'm not Sparkle. No. I am Sparkle. So, when I realized life was just a play, I wanted to leave the stage. Because off stage, there's an even bigger stage. What do you say? Who's the real Sparkle?
Oh, wow, with all the different... Oh, that's cool. Oh, so that's her as Herta. Oh, I see. Yeah, because that... Oh, no, because I was going to say that's Asta's dog. Oh, so this must be her as, like, different... That trailer was genuinely quite creepy. And also made me really confused. about the role of the mask. So to me, the way I kind of see it is that she was someone that basically kind of had like two lives. So she was sort of herself, and she was, I don't know, maybe some kind of part of some kind of theatre troupe. I don't know. I don't know if that's metaphorical, as in like the show of life, you know, like she felt like she had to put on a facade and play it up and things like that, or whether or not she actually was a bit famous or something, I don't know. And then there was this other half of her, which was like Sparkle, who's obviously part of the masked like tavern group, and the Fools, basically, and the Masked Fools, my brain today, honestly. And so she would kind of have this other half of her, and basically the mask was sort of at first being used as a cover. So, you know, she could use the mask no matter what emotions that she felt. The mask was always staying the same and it was never changing. And then over time, she began to feel as if the mask and her were becoming one. So the mask was reflecting how she truly felt. And then as even more time passes, she became more and more cynical, I guess, about the world, it kind of sounds like, and more where she began to see the world as a show, and that she was just kind of a puppet in this show. The mask would almost fully mask her emotions, and was almost having like the opposite effect of what she wanted, but she was so deep in at this point and so trapped that she couldn't get out. And so she just basically had to embrace it and accept that she has become Sparkle, but she doesn't really truly know who Sparkle is anymore. So to me, this feels like there is maybe a very tragic undertone to start a Sparkle's story. Not something that we necessarily have seen in the game, but I think this trailer does seem to imply that basically she's kind of given up trying to have a more normal life, and this is why she's playing her role as a masked fool so well, because she basically has just fully embraced the chaos that comes with it, and even just the chaos of the emotions, I think, because the trailer got more and more chaotic as it went on, and even if she does feel this kind of sorrow, the mask doesn't reflect that anymore. She can't truly show anyone who she is anymore, because she's hidden under so many masks, and she's just completely turned in on herself. And so she can now be almost anyone she wants throughout all these lives that we're seeing here, but truly, who is she? Like, who is she now? And she doesn't know. And that's really interesting. I hope we get to learn a bit more about that in the story itself. I think it is a bit of a shame that we are seeing really interesting character background and development in the trailers that we're not necessarily seeing as much in the game, but I'm kind of hoping, obviously I haven't finished Penacony yet, so hopefully we'll get to see some more. And to be honest, I am really hoping for us to get to the tavern soon. I really want more Masked Fools content. I am so intrigued about it. I want more Sparkle content. I want more Sampo content. I am here for it. I'm here for 5-star Sampo. I am standing on this hill until I get 5-star Masked Fool Sampo. With his mask back. I am determined that we're going to get it. But yeah, I do have some questions, but I am very curious about what all this means and who she really is. And obviously we got a bit of a glimpse of who she was before, but I would really want to know more about her underneath this mask now. And also just all like the other side of it is, obviously this could obviously be metaphorical implication, or is there something wrong with the masks? Is there something sinister about the masks? That's my other question. I don't know, but I'm wondering. Okay, so before anyone says anything, the Kyoden one, I actually reacted to when it came out. So that is a separate video. So I will leave my link, because I'll put obviously all these in order. I will leave my link to that reaction where this would be. So I do apologize that I'm not going to put it as part of this video, but I have done a previous reaction before, so I don't really feel like I need to. But next up we've got If We Had Wings.
Thank you for tuning in to this interview. As Miss Robin mentioned, her introduction to music came from her mother. During that disaster...
You're fighting again?
Oh.
Don't be afraid. Look here. It's a bird. Look, a bird. I want to hear more of Miss Robin's story. Do you know her, Miss? Let me tell you all a secret. This bird knows Robin. It knows all about her. During that disaster, Robin couldn't hear anything except for the loud ringing in her ears. But she knew that her mother was singing to her.
Oh.
She could see her mother's lips moving. She could feel her mother's breath. You will be safe and sound. She could hear that silent wish.
Oh.
One day, you'll step onto an even bigger stage. Even more people will hear you sing, and they'll sing with you.
No, they'll sing with both of us, brother.
Right, both of us.
She wanted to spread that wish through song. And weave in even more wishes. But behind the beautiful sounds, there were noises of disharmony. Sounds of every form encircled her. The gazes of many followed her. She thought about fleeing, but something always stopped her. Because a singer could never turn her back on her audience. Or herself. The self that others protected, that wanted to protect others, that others forgave, that wanted to forgive others, that wanted to make her wishes come true. The self that wanted to make others' wishes come true. For every self, for every wish, she couldn't give up.
Miss, I also want to sing on stage and sing for Miss Robin. Can my wish come true?
Of course it can.
Getting emotional.
Start now. The songs you sing, she will absolutely love them.
Thank you, Miss Robin. I want to be a doctor. I want to keep singing when I grow up.
The fighting's almost over. Brother, our wish is slowly coming true.
This is the end of our interview. It is reported that Miss Robin has now left for Penacony. Dear friends, we hope to see you again on the planet of festivities.
Oh man, that one got a bit emotional. Oh man, she's such like a sweet character. Like, she's so well intentioned, and knowing where I'm up to in the story 2.2 and knowing what happened to her just makes it so much sadder. But also, I think that feeling that she has of feeling trapped, wanting to escape, and obviously that was like in her other trailer as well. I think it very much echoed across that she felt very harassed and that she couldn't really just focus on the things that she loved and the intentions that she had, but instead was very much had her time monopolized in a way that maybe she didn't feel like she was doing exactly the things that she wanted to. I think that, to me, there's part of me that kind of thinks that like this faking her death thing does have more ground, but also please don't tell me what happens, because I still think she's going to be alive, but I don't know how, so I don't want to know obviously yet. I'll find out when I play. But yeah, I am very curious, and I do really like the bond between her and Sunday. I will say I do think that her being killed genuinely is one of the only things that has made Sunday show emotion, and it does make me wonder why she was killed, because I still don't quite believe it. You know, I don't know. But I still have questions. But yeah, she is such a sweet character, and she's so well intentioned, and that genuinely made me tear up. Presently beneath a shared sky of stars. I think this is the Firefly one.
Command, this is AR-26710. Please respond. I don't think they'll respond. What should we do?
Oh.
We're the only survivors around.
Oh, there's lots of them.
No matter what, we have to get in touch with the others. Huh?
If that's the case, it'll be faster this way, right?
Hey, you.
I understand. Article 4 of Glamoth's military regulations. Leaving the cockpit is strictly prohibited. This way, we'll be discovered very quickly. Even though we'll be punished. That can't be helped. How many times is this for you now? Leaving the cockpit like this.
Article 2 of Glamoth's military regulations. Remain on guard. Article 4. Leaving the cockpit is strictly prohibited. Do you have a death wish?
A Firefly Type 5 personal escort model. Very nice.
You're the odd one out now.
You can't connect to command either. Why don't you join us?
No thanks. I'll just pretend I didn't see anything.
What's this? I picked it up on the battlefield. It seems to be a civilian device. Even though it's no longer working. And the lens is scratched. If you look through the lens, it feels like looking at a whole different world.
Lens? No wonder you wear those weird goggles.
I have other reasons too. If everyone looked the same, how would we tell each other apart? Your hair is very unique. Thank you. I've been growing it out. The length is also proof of your experience. But sometimes it gets in my eyes. I'm not sure if I should put it up. Your turn. Are you really not going to say anything?
Comms are back up. Article 8. Surviving knights should immediately return to their units.
Oh.
Looks nice. It really suits you.
I hope we can see stars on the next battlefield. Will we see each other again? Probably not. What if the war ends? Then we should be able to find each other.
What should I say? I wish us all a triumphant return.
Right. All right. So I'm guessing her planet, that looked like the swarm, the bugs, right? That's kind of what it looked like. So her planet was at war with the swarm. And it didn't sound like there were many survivors either. And so they have to stay in those units. But the longer they were out of them, the more that stuff was like growing on their face. So I'm wondering whether or not there's some kind of, because I know that she did say that she had some kind of like condition. So I'm wondering if that's a condition that all the people on her planet have. They also all look quite similar. They all have like grey hair and stuff. So I wonder, is it to do with their planet and their people, or is it to do with the military units themselves and something that's happened to them? So I don't know. But same again, this is something that I might be told in 2.2. So don't tell me. But I also still have the animation to watch. So yeah. But that was an interesting tidbit. It was nice to see her kind of talk to people as herself, as her like true self. And they are like the same as her. So they can kind of understand that, and that kind of moment of freedom and release, and just having this kind of like not super deep conversation and just enjoying this brief moment that they all get to share together, even though they may never have it again, in a way is quite bittersweet, but also was intriguing. It makes me wonder how she got to the point where she joined Kafka's group, the Stellaron Hunters. And I'm hoping this is stuff we find out. But, oh, that made me so sad for her, though. Alright, we have the final one. Stoneheart's Oath Ring, both ends of the scale. So this is now going to be me being up to date. Let's give this a gander.
During this debt collection period, Penacony has been reincorporated into the IPC's distribution of shares. But we also paid a high price. A cornerstone was completely destroyed. Thus, Diamond summoned everyone, with me as chair, to decide Aventurine's punishment. Take away his position as one of the 10 Stonehearts.
We all took an oath to treasure the cornerstones like our own lives.
Oh.
But Aventurine's death was a necessary part of the plan.
Death. This kind of unnecessary extravagance was just for yourself, wasn't it?
Ooh.
Cellulite, please don't ignore the facts and just assume things.
Oh, that's so fast.
By reclaiming Penacony, the Strategic Investment Department won over another vote of the 7 board members. The 10 Stonehearts.
I'm not gonna lie, I've just realised that this technically is spoilers. Because I don't know what's happened at the end of Penacony. Well, shit. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I don't know how it gets there to that point yet. That's fine.
Always valued results.
Oh, Jade looks so cool.
But some value their oaths more. Sapphire is in favor of punishment.
There's also Agate. They might be dead. I even have to convey their opinions for them.
Whoa!
Just my 2 cents.
Oh, shit!
I think we're being overly timid.
Wait, is that a literal bloodbath?
I'd let everything become more of a bloodbath.
Ooh. Whoa.
Amber prefers to remain neutral. This is her vote. But as an Intellitron, I think there should be more justice in your life.
Only one vote left, as expected. The final verdict comes down to this one.
4v4, the natural outcome. Everyone here has always been so united.
Wait, is that a binky? What? Okay.
We are all the same. We band together, merely to obtain what we want. If that's the case, why not keep extracting from this one?
Oh! Oh, it got fixed!
You can come back. Your time isn't up yet.
Oh, let's go.
This is also Diamond's recommendation. For
Damn.
the war among the eons, we shall give it our all. The mighty hammer of the Amber Lord has struck. Since we bear the duty of the Stonehearts, even if we must risk our life and limb, we will follow the preservation to the end. All for the Amber Lord.
Okay. Well, apart from the kind of spoilers for Penacony, it's fine. I don't have the context, and I also don't know who's lived and died. I mean, to be fair, I didn't actually think Aventurine had died. To be fair, I guess this has confirmed it, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's okay. I'm okay with that. You know, I didn't actually think Aventurine was dead, so it's okay. Don't worry. Slight spoilers for the end of Penacony though, but hey, you know what? It happens. It's okay. And to be honest, I'm surprised I haven't been more spoiled by anything, so I still don't know anything else, so I will kind of take it at this point. Yeah, it's my bad. But very interesting to get to see all the different Stonehearts, potential playables coming up in the future. And also that obviously they were, I thought it was quite interesting the way that they actually balanced the stone heart, like the one that Adventuring broke, to the entire of Penacony. Like, how, like, obviously they see Penacony as money and things like that, but it's like, it's one stone heart compared to an entire planet. Like, that's insane that they are actually comparable in the worth to the IPC. I was kind of hoping that Adventuring's death would kind of mean Adventuring would sort of get away, but I'm glad that he's not getting killed, so that's good. More Adventuring in the future. Also loved Adventuring's outfit in this. Oh my god. Yes, please. Some of these outfits have been sick. They really need to give us these outfits as alternative outfits for the characters in the game, please. And thank you. Cool to get to see the other ones. The character designs I really liked. Oh my god. A literal bloodbath. I'm presuming it's supposed to be pomegranate juice. I think that's a pomegranate, I think, is my guess. Is it actually blood? I don't know, but there is a lot of vampire allegory here. So whether or not this is meant to be reminiscent of, is it Bathory? Was her name like Count Bathory or something? Or Countess Bathory? Where she had like bathed in blood and stuff to keep her youthful? I'm not sure. But I do like the vampire allegory, and that's pretty sick if they bring vampires into the game. And then I really liked this character's design. Apparently they're an Intellitron, and we have had that mentioned before to us, and Intellitrons before. I think he was on the Zhenjo. And then we had this character who seems to not like Adventuring at all. And then we had the character with the literal binky, which is a thing. And it seems like Diamond also wanted to keep Adventuring, so I do wonder why. But yeah, here, I mean, so we don't know what this character looks like, because apparently they might be missing or dead. Obviously we've got Topaz, we've got them, Adventuring, the Intellitron character, we've got this character that's kind of hidden behind wings that we didn't really get to see. I don't think we actually saw them in the trailer. I think they were the one where it said they like to keep neutral about things, so we didn't really get to see them. Obviously we've got Jade, we've got, ooh, yeah, this character looks super sick, and then them, and then we didn't even get to see Diamond. So this is a relatively big reveal in regards to seeing some of the other character designs. Playable or not, villain or not, don't know. I kind of hope they don't make all the Stone Hearts playable. And I can see why they've made Topaz, Jade, and Adventuring playable. But I do kind of hope that some of these characters do end up being like villains that we have to kind of fight. I do kind of hope that, because I do kind of see the IPC as definitely being a little bit of a villain organization. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I am very intrigued about how they are going to take over Penacony, because I know that's obviously their intention and that's what they're there for, where I currently am at the game. But the fact that they're actually going to get it, shit. So yeah. My bad for watching this too soon, it turns out, but it happens. It's fine. I will be very careful, and this is why I'm working to catch up so that I don't get spoiled in the future. So yeah, but overall, wow. I mean, damn, these were some really interesting trailers, some really intriguing lore that we learned about today. Definitely gave me more questions than answers, and I have definitely posted some questions in this video that I really would like some answers to. So if anyone's got any links or further information and things like that you want to give me, please do let me know down in the comments below. I don't know which trailer was my favourite, if I'm being honest, but I do think that it really gave us a lot of insights into the characters that I don't necessarily think we got to see in the game, and I think that this shows that they can write things for these characters, and they can give us really interesting in-depth character looks in very short spaces of time. But I think that it's something that I would like to see them implement more into the game itself, especially little bits of characters' history and things like that. I really would like to see that more. Yeah, overall this was a lot of fun and I enjoyed watching these. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Plenty more content on this channel. 2.2 part Penacony will be up very soon. It's just very big, so it's going to take me a while to play it and edit it and everything, but it will be up very soon. But I've got plenty of other content on this channel in the meantime, so don't forget to check that out. And we've got Discord, we've got Twitter and stuff as well. You can check all those out in the description below. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys very, very soon. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.